What I want you guys all to understand that no matter what happens to you, if you really want this, if you really want to do good in hockey, if you really want to do good in school, you have to persevere through adversity.
We are at Scotiabank Pond for the second annual Black Hockey Summit. It's a continuation of Kirk Brooks and his skills summit that he's been doing, I think, for 30 years now. I think he deserves his flowers and giving us the ability to take it to the next level.
One of the cool things about when we started in 1992, we had 54 kids. And how we found the kids was through all the moms, word of mouth. We didn't have social media, we didn't have email, we didn't have anything. Now today, to have close to 500 kids at the summit and having kids that grew up with the program coming back as instructors, it's amazing to see what our summit is, and I can't wait to see how much we grow in the future.
It's not just a camp where kids are running around. We're doing a lot of information and teaching about inclusivity.
The one thing I want you all to remember, do not lose who you are culturally. Be proud of who you are. If you're Black, be proud to be Black. If you're East Indian, be proud to be East Indian. Keep your culture. Do not lose who you are.
So when you now start teaching these kids at 6, 7, 8 years old, they're going to become natural leaders and do their best to eradicate racism or making sure that it's an inclusive environment for all that's participating.
The way that I found out about the Black Hockey Summit, my son Adrian, one of his friends that he skates with, his dad, I approached him because his son is a pretty good level player. And I know that I'm trying to figure out different ways to get my son to improve. He was telling me about this camp. He was telling me how they're amazing with the kids and they try to do their best to make everyone fit and feel comfortable. And so I said, you know what, let's go for it, seeing it would be his first camp. When we got here, it was actually amazing. And the best of all, we're all people of color. That was the biggest thing that my son got from it, because it made him feel very comfortable seeing that it wasn't like when he's back at home, where he's literally one or maybe two of people of color that's on his team, or even in the facility, to be honest with you. So he loved it.
What's really exciting is that hockey's in a really good place. In the diversity and minority community, hockey is up. So that's a beautiful thing, and I look forward to what's going to happen in the future.
I need one volunteer down here, one volunteer. Thank you. We talk about growing the game, and we saw what happened with this previous NHL draft with Zane Parekh, T.J. Ginla, Caden Lidstrom. I could sit here and say there's a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old that's going to be the next one, because they have the community, they have the village now that's going to help raise them and give them that mentorship. And a lot of these kids are talented, right, that have fallen through the cracks. But now to have community that's going to help them get to achieve success, definitely very, very satisfying. We're unapologetic calling it the Black Hockey Summit because we think it's very important to have an affinity space. And as much as hockey has grown, we understand how society is, and we are always going to be the minority. But the one thing I can tell you with this, out of the 500 kids, we probably have 200 kids that are of South Asian background. We probably have another 100 kids that are of East Asian background. We have First Nations kids. We have Caucasian kids. We're not trying to take a speedboat with one group. We're trying to take a cruise ship with everybody. So we are for everybody, and we welcome everybody with welcome arms as well.